It can often feel like there are not enough hours in a day to get everything done. Reclaim your precious time by working smarter, not longer. We have all experienced the woes of time management at work. Every morning we wake up hoping to meet all our deadlines and plan to go to the gym and make a healthy home cooked meal. Well, then life happens. You leave late and arrive at your desk and then realize that you have back to back meeting until noon. And finally, walk out of the last meeting and you start your work when your boss calls for another meeting. Well, there are woes of the time management at work. The good news is that there are ways to reclaim those seemingly lost hours of the day. It is all about time management. You need to manage your time instead of letting it manage you. No matter your job or your workplace, working with others effectively is a must for success. Dealing with subordinates, co workers, managers, and bosses successfully every day will make the work more fun and inspiring. Working with others successfully is the most significant factor in determining whether you will have the impact and influence you need to accomplish your goals at work. As part of the session, I'll share my experience to guide you on how to work with others and avoid wasting time. This session also includes real world example and case studies that would help you to connect, visualize, and reflect. This session includes topics like demonstrate respect at work, trust and be trusted, show appreciation, build necessary alliance, play well with others to develop effective relationship, overcome your fear of confrontation and conflict, wasting time, what is getting in the way, finding the cause, excuses, working with others, delegating work, communicating effectively. I am sure at the end of the session you would be able to demonstrate respect at the work, which in turn would tell you to trust and be trusted. By showing appreciation to others, you would build a necessary alliance. By playing well with others to develop effective relationship, you would overcome your fear of confrontation and conflict. You would also find out what is getting in the way of wasting time and what is the root cause. You will avoid excuses to work with others. By communicating effectively, you would be delegating work. Demonstrate respect at work. Ask anyone in your workplace what they desire the most. I am sure most of them will say they should be treated with dignity and respect. You can't demonstrate respect with simply yet powerful actions. Demonstrating respect is the most important interaction that you can have dealing with people who work for you and work with you. Trust and be trusted. Trust is the cornerstone when dealing with people at work. Trust forms the foundation for effective communication and positive interpersonal relationship. When trust exists in an organization, or a relationship, almost everything else is easier and more comfortable to achieve in dealing with people. Trust is critical to form a supportive relationship that enable accomplishment and progress. Show appreciation. You can show appreciation every day when dealing with people. You can tell your colleagues and co-workers how much you value them and their contribution. Small surprises and token of your appreciation would make the team feel valued all year long. Your co-workers feel cherished when you care and appreciate them. Build necessary alliance. An ally is an associate who help you when needed. Your allies are likely to support your views and causes. They help you to solve problems, provide advice, act as a sounding board when you need a listening ear, and offer a different perspective. Sometimes allies tells you that you are wrong in your assumptions and advise you when heading in the wrong direction. In dealing with team, nothing is more important than having allies who will tell you the truth. They are critical to your success. Developing alliances that allow you to accomplish your goals and the company's mission is critical. Play well with others to develop effective relationships. No matter your education, experience, or title, if you cannot play well with others, you will not succeed. Effective relationship creates success and satisfaction on the job. It is very critical to deal with difficult people in work for effective relationship. Overcome your fear for confrontation and conflict. Meaningful confrontation is never easy, but the conflict is often necessary if you want to stick up your right. Whether the confrontation is over shared credit, irritating coworker, or a habit of differing approaches, or about how to keep a project on track, sometimes you need to hold confrontation with a coworker. The good news is that while confronting is rarely your first choice, you can become better and more comfortable with necessary conflict. Wasting time. Nobody likes to think that they are wasting time. You may not even realize half of the time you're doing the same. For example, not able to find an important piece of paper when you need it because you have forgotten where you have put it. Many of these symptoms relate to self organization. In the short term, most of us can get away. In the longer term, it will end up as a serious problem. What is getting in the way? To make an effective use of your time requires you to examine the things which are getting in the way. Secret of managing time is how well you are organized. Being well organized will help you to save a large amount of time. While organizing, you need to remove the obstacles which are getting your way by learning to say no. Finding the cause. To manage time well, you need to be honest with yourself. Ask yourself certain questions like doing things you need not do it. If it is done, then it is a way of wasting time. If you do not delegate certain tasks, you will have less time for managing. You will be spending your time doing something which someone else meant to do. If you are guilty of any of these, think how much of time in total is being lost by your actions. For example, your lack of preparation for a meeting of 10 people is the assumption a meeting takes place for 25 minutes longer. Then you have wasted a total of 250 minutes. Excuses. There are plenty of reasons for not being able to get the things done on time. There is no such thing as not having enough time to do something. One can always make time. What is missing is the inclination. Be honest with yourself and identify the real reasons why things are not getting done on time. Ask yourself how satisfied you are with your time management and how well you use your time that is available to you. Working with others. Working effectively with other people is part of managing your time efficiently and you can avoid wasting time. I'll do it myself is fine for a little while, but when you are up against the tight schedules, you would be wasting time. In the long run, if you do not spend some time teaching others how to do the task, you will burden yourself with unwanted extra hours of work. If teaching someone takes 2 3 hours, you would be saving a lot of time for yourself and it would be easy to focus on your goals and company's mission. Delegating work. Passing tasks to others allows you more time for yourself. Many people think that delegating is simply about passing a work to someone. Passing the work is not sufficient. You need to ensure that task gets done correctly and on time. You need to tell the person precisely what needs to be done. You also need to assign a priority to the work being delegated so that it can be aligned with the overall plan. You also need to define the results you want. Communicating effectively. Communicating is basically about making sure other people have understood what you want to tell them. Make sure there is no ambiguity in what you say. When communicating, you check that people have understood what you have said by asking them to repeat it back to you. Communicating properly prevents time wasting or misunderstanding and avoid wasting time. Question to ask yourself. To assess whether you are good at working with others and you avoid wasting time, you need to answer these questions yourself. Am I able to demonstrate the respect at work? Do people trust me and am I trusting others? Do I show appreciation? Do I build necessary alliance? Do I develop effective relationship? Did I overcome the fear of confrontation and conflict? What is getting in the way? Do I find the cause of wasting time? Do I find difficult to work with others during the day? Do I delegate work? Do I communicate effectively? Based on your answers to these questions, your ability to work with others to avoid wasting time can be determined. You will be doing better if you spend a little time thinking about how you use your time. You can identify the things you are doing that waste your time. You can find reasons or excuses for not completing something. You can indicate your main achievement at the end of the day. You have positive attitude to manage your time. You delegate certain tasks instead of doing it yourself. You prevent someone else from wasting your time. You communicate clearly and you check if they have understood. You verify what is required of you to do it. Let me share a case study on how to work with others and avoid wasting time. I was approached by a large financial institute to assist them in their efforts to foster better collaboration between their employees so that they stop wasting time while working. I was asked to create activities that helps to enhance organization communication strengths collaboration across departments. The aim was to make the organization function better and for having a collaborative approach across the organization. After a deep dive into organization strategy, aims, and culture, I created three activities that are needed in the workplace. The first activity I undertook is group discussions. Despite each department sharing the same values and goals, invincible hierarchies block effective communication. To tackle this problem, I called in for a group discussion and used storytelling mechanic to boost empathy among team members of the departments. The second activity was to reveal interdependencies. Team felt that other departments have blocked their work efforts for achieving their goals. Based on the shared values agreed by team, I have revealed the interdependencies between departments, and they were able to see how individual actions might have consequences on the shared aims for all the team members. The final part was designed to activate practical action and promote behavioral changes among the team members. Members were stimulated to create pledges that they would act on immediately. Pledges were shared across the organization to start making changes for themselves. The results of these activities led the team to engage quickly and responsibly, spurred on their desire to work together to avoid wastage of time. Team developed a clear understanding of their role in how it affects the efficacy of the organization. To summarize this session, your attitude will reflect whether you want to be positive in managing time or you want to use this time as an excuse for being ineffective. It requires the will on your part to put the things in right perspective. Once you have decided to do better, the rest comparatively easy. Before I end this course, let us recap of the benefits we have achieved from the last 5 sessions. In session 1 on planning your task, in which we discuss understand your responsibilities, able to set your goals and identify your priorities, identify the type of tasks based on importance and urgency, a better understanding of planning activities. In session 2 on scheduling your time, in which we discuss the importance and how to schedule your time, tackling and managing deadlines, making most of the meetings and effective use of travel time, how to set undisturbed time. In session 3 on the ways of saving time, in which we discuss things you must do to save time, making lists and handling paperwork, finding things and keeping personal record, taking shortcuts and power of 10 time saving hacks. In session 4 on making time for yourself, in which we discuss the necessity of revisiting your habits and importance of leisure time. By saving time, you would prioritize and delegate a task. By saying no sometimes, you would turn off your mobile and laptop. Permit yourself to take little time off each day. The value that brings you to be creative. By reconnecting to the world which has been lost for some time. In session 5 on work with others to avoid wasting time, in which we discuss demonstrating respect at work, which in turn would tell you to trust and be trusted. By showing appreciation to others, you would build necessary alliance. By playing well with others to develop effective relationship, you would overcome your fear of confrontation and conflict. You would also find out what is getting in your way of wasting time and what is the root cause. You will avoid excuses to work with others. By communicating effectively, you would be delegating work. Thanks for watching this video. I hope these sessions were informative. Please share your thoughts and comments. I look forward to hearing from you.
If you like this video, please do not forget to press the like button, hit subscribe and notification button, and also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn and Twitter to get the latest updates on our eOnline Verse channel.